probably been made aware that I have suspended Representative Shooter's responsibilities as the Appropriations Chairman.
Tonight at 5, suspended. No comment tonight from State Representative Don Shooter after being ousted from his powerful post as chairman of the Appropriations Committee. Now, this is all fallout from the sexual harassment story that was first reported by our political editor, Dennis Welch. And Dennis, state leadership is finally taking action after a string of accusations, and some of these date back to 2011.
Yeah, and the fallout really is continuing here for Mr. Shooter, who, again, is one of the most powerful lawmakers in the state of Arizona. Now, all this starting earlier this week when Representative Michelle Ugenti-Rita accused Mr. Shooter of years of sexual harassment. Now, since then, multiple women have come forward to allege that Shooter made unwelcome sexual advances or lewd comments in their presence. Now, a planned fundraiser for Mr. Shooter was canceled this week. The Arizona Chamber of Commerce has now called on him to resign. And now you just heard that he has been suspended in his position of the Appropriations Committee down at the state legislature. All this happening as the Speaker of the House, J.D. Mesnard, has launched an investigation into Shooter's behavior. Now, here is Mr. Mesnard explaining his decision to me earlier this afternoon.
I believe right now it becomes impossible until the investigations are done for him to carry out his function, an important one, as Appropriations Chairman. So we're hitting pause on that while we, conduct a fair and impartial investigation.
Again, the Appropriations Chair, very powerful position down at the state legislature, because every bill that has money attached, expenditure of state money out there, goes through that panel. So how long is this investigation? A lot of people are asking right now. Well, Mesnard told me this afternoon that he'd like to wrap this up by the start of the legislative session, which is a couple months from now in January.
Dennis, some people may be asking, particularly some of the representative supporters, why is he being suspended and some of these actions taken prior to the investigation's conclusion? Because he hasn't been proven guilty at this point.
Sure, and what J.D. Mesnard would say is that have gotten in the way of him doing business. Remember, this is not a court of law. This is politics. This is perception down there. And again, Mr. Shooter has denied all these claims, so there is the presumption of innocence in that respect. However, will this get in the way of state business? That is what Mr. Mesnard's main concern is right now.
Okay, so take away the distraction at this point. All right, Dennis Welch, we know a lot of developments daily on this, and you'll continue to follow it. Thank you, Dennis.